what's up, y'all? Everybody hear my guitar and everything okay? I'm kind of trying a couple of different settings on my levels, get more of my direct guitar audios. I don't know, like I've had trouble with that in the past, so y'all let me know if y'all can hear the direct audio from my guitar when I mute this mic. So I got the guitar turned up a bit louder than I normally do. That's not clipping for you guys. But I see some of you are here, so let me know if all those levels sound good. I'll play a little bit with the mic unmuted just to see if the mic is still picking up too much of the guitar. My voice too quiet for you? I got it turned down, so I can turn that up a bit. So yeah, let me know if that's any better. Um, I just don't want it to be. I don't want the mic to pick up too much of the guitar. You guys to hear the direct. So now the mic is still unmuted, so you know if that's okay. Cool. Okay, thanks, Brent. Yeah, hopefully that's a little better. I can still come up a little bit with my mic. Slippery slope. I listened back to some of my previous streams and I could hear the room sound of the guitar really more than I wanted to, and not enough of the direct. I want y'all to hear the direct sound. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, thanks for sticking around while I do that little technical test. It's literally, man, these live streams, y'all. Every week there's like a new bug to fix. I set up everything the same, but it's a crazy world. Live streaming. You remember? Okay, cool. So today I'm gonna revisit something, a preset that I created a few months back, and this was part of our Amp of the Week series. So I'm just highlighting. Oh, every now and then I'm highlighting different patches that I did for that stuff. So the one I'm looking at today is this Placater Clean preset that I made for the Amp of the Week series. Usually when I make these, I try to keep it somewhat similar to the stock setting when you pull up the amp from Helix, as far as like the cabinets, the mics. But for some reason, I decided to do something a little different with this guy. So I'll play a bit and I'll let y'all see what the preset is. And so hopefully y'all can all see that. I've got Placater head right here. And for the cabinets, what I did on this guy this time was I used a 4x12 greenback 25. And this is not the cabinet that's going to come up when you pull up the stock Placater Clean. You're going to get the 4x12 Cali V30, which also sounds good. So I'm gonna compare those here in a second, just to show you, kind of give you an A/B comparison. But I don't know. I guess I was just mixing things up. This is honestly everything I did on this is kind of different from how I normally do things, but that's how I did it, and it does sound fine. So I guess I was just branching out. You'll notice what I do on all of my Amp of the Week presets is link two cabs together. And those of you that have not heard me say this 1,000 times, all that's doing is, instead of having two independent cabinets with two independent mics, it's basically creating a single virtual cab with two mics on it. So it's one cab with two. And I went with this traditional 57 dynamic just because that's such a common mic for live use. And then I went with the 414 condenser mic. I actually have one of these mics, so they're really, I don't know, man. The condenser mics and ribbon mics pull out such different nuances from standard dynamic mic that I like to mix either a condenser or a ribbon with a dynamic. So pretty much all of my custom, or any of my custom presets or Amp of the Week patches are going to have some sort of condenser mic or ribbon mic, both. And if it has one or the other, you're going to get dynamic. This one, I went with good old 57 dynamic. You can see here, hopefully y'all can see close enough, that the 414 is almost directly in front of the phone there. Then on the 7, a little bit offset. 7 straight on. So, like I said, that's different from the full setting for this. So what I'll do first, right now, I've got this patch doubled. So I'm going to go up here to the same exact patch, and I'm going to swap out this speaker that I used, and I'm going to put in the one that's normally on the Placater Clean, which is 4x12 Cali V30, and you see that this guy has the 47 condenser mic. Since we're linking two together, I'm going to change one of them to 57, and we'll compare that sound. It's a little darker, a little bassier, a little less mid-range in that cabinet, and it actually sounds really good. So I'm not sure why I decided to change that. So that sounds really good. I like that. That's your Mesa Boogie cabinet, essentially. As far as the amp settings, I didn't really change anything because we're going for the Placater Clean sound. The idea behind these presets was to give you an idea of what the actual, just kind of the factory settings or factory amp sound like. So the drive is pretty low. You have, there's the bass and treble. You can see there's a little bit more bass than there is treble, but not a lot. Now I may have bumped up this presence. I'd have to go back and look at the factory setting for this. I feel like usually they have a little bit less presence, but that could be the way it's set up. Everything else I just left the same. So the actual amp itself is the same on either my preset or the factory. So that gives you an idea of how the Mesa Boogie cabinet sounds. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of salt and pepper on here. I've got the LA Studio Comp added to give you a nice boost and a bit of compression. That's cranked pretty loud here, so if that's clipping. boost, I added the tone sovereign to the preset. So I'll go ahead and engage that with the compressor. Now I go to the bridge pickup there. Voice too quiet for you? That's a first. Okay, I'll crank the voice up a little bit more. So there's a little bit more. But I'm hoping y'all hear that direct guitar audio. Most importantly. So let me mute my mic just for a second, just so you can definitely hear the direct guitar. So that was, should have just been direct. Mic was muted. Cool. So the guitar sounds great. That's the most important thing. Appreciate the kind words there, Brant. It sounds okay with headphones. Cool. Inflammatory idiot. So yeah, that's with the LA Studio Comp and the Tone Sovereign added. And again, this is the Cali V30 cabinet. So this is the cabinet that you're going to get when you first pull this preset up. But now back to my preset. Now I'll kind of be them. This is the one I did with the 4x12 Greenback 25 cabinet. And I'll go ahead and, well, I'll let you hear it clean first. Very nice. Here's the LA Studio Comp added. Now I'll throw in the Tone Sovereign. So, you know, if you're going along with that nice clean sound, but you need some gain, you've got it. And that's that Tone Sovereign is such a really nice throaty, just a really rich overdrive pedal. Oh, no. Where can you buy this shirt? I don't know, man. They used to be available, I think, from Line 6. But I think they've kind of become a rarity. And luckily for me, Yes, Paul, I see your question there. I'll do that. I did that a second ago, but I'll do that again. But yeah, this shirt, luckily for me, I scored like 8 or 10 of them back when I was traveling a lot for Line 6, so that I could wear this same shirt every day for like 2 weeks. So I have plenty of them, but I don't know if you can still get them. Sorry, I don't know for sure about that. But yeah, let me go ahead one more time and mute my vocal mic. Make sure you don't hear the room noise, and make sure you can hear direct guitar audio. Cool. So that should have been pure direct audio. I don't know how much difference that makes when I play with the mic. I've got it set to where it's supposed to duck, so you don't hear room audio with the direct audio. But like I said, it seems to be different every week. So one other thing I added to this from my Amp of the Week patch was this vintage swell. And, you know, there's just a lot of cool things that happen when you use the vintage swell. It's not going to necessarily make every single note you play swell. Yeah, I kind of like it too sometimes, but when I listen back to some of the previous live streams I've done, I was like, I don't like that because you don't really get a sense of how it feels when you're playing, you know, at home. So I want you guys to hear that direct sound. So I'll just stick to muting my vocal mic when I'm trying to do a specific playing. Thanks, Peter, or is that Piter? Hope I'm saying that right, man. So yeah, I've got the vintage swell. I'll go ahead and mute my mic and just do a little, I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of the tone sovereign and just play a little bit with the vintage swell. I also have the LA Studio comp still turned on. So you can see the way it tracks. If you kind of give a decent bit of separation between like a pad like that, a long chord, it's going to catch it and make each one swell. But what I like about the vintage swell is if you use it while you're doing something more soloistic with distortion, it can almost like it'll just catch random notes that it swells into a lot of times, and it kind of takes away some of your attack from whatever you're playing. And I kind of like that. It kind of softens things up just a little bit. It doesn't catch every note, like I said, but it'll be like a random thing. So I'll put on the tone sovereign again and try to give a little example. I might need more distortion, honestly. So let me bump up the drive here in a minute. Mute the mic. can see I went for a whammy bar that was not there. Didn't put my whammy bar in today. Whoops. So I don't know. Let's see here. Maybe I'll try a different overdrive pedal just for the heck of it. About something. This deranged master sounds pretty cool. So there was, I turned the vintage swell off just to get some more attack, but hopefully you can kind of get the idea of how that vintage swell and that deranged master puts a lot more gain on your sound. So I'm just kind of curious to hear how that pedal will sound with the Mesa Boogie cabinet. So I'll hop up here to this other preset again, which again is the same thing except it's got the Cali V30, the 4x12 Cali V30 back, and we'll go ahead and swap out the old Tone Sovereign. Now I don't have the compressor on right now. Put the compressor on there. I'll just do the old push-pull thing here. We'll get a little bit of a single coil sound with it. So that single coil is real aggressive sounding, you know, that bright single coil sound. But let's see. Well, I've got that different. It's meant to be a clean guitar sound. but I just threw that overdrive in there just to make it interesting in case you wanted that. Of course, it's super easy to change stuff. This alpaca, that can be a gnarly, that's a gnarly sounding overdrive pedal. Try the Tima or the Timmy. Yeah. Sorry, my playing sucks today, but so there's a good little rundown of kind of the factory or the I hate to say factory, just like the stock sound of the Placater Clean, and then the little tiny bit of difference that I added to it. It's not really intended to be an overdriven sound, but you never know. Sometimes you need a little bit. And I also recommend the Kinky Boost if you ever want to maintain a fairly clean sound, but to play more soloistic stuff, because you can get a nice boost and some gain without being super overdriven. But we could talk about overdrive, different ways of using that all day. I don't want to bore y'all to death with that sort of stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's the Placater Clean from the Amp of the Week series. So the original preset that I created for Amp of the Week is available on the custom tone page at .com. You can scroll up to the top of the comment section on YouTube or Facebook, and I have put the link there. In fact, I'll just share it with you there. And also here, if you're on YouTube, one link is there. So hop over if you like it, and download the exact preset that I made. It's not super crazy. It's just a little bit of what I did, a little salt and pepper that I added to the here's if I understand. Can you please show me the stuff? Are you using a mixer or amp? So I don't have a camera fixed over my Helix today. Sometimes I do set one over if it's something specifically about the hardware, but I'm just using my Helix floor, and what I have set up as far as recording goes. So I'm using OBS, which is the application used for doing live streams and stuff. And so OBS kind of sends, it's sort of serving as a virtual interface between Helix and you guys. So I have a room mic, which is this Yeti mic by Blue. which is just like a dynamic mic, but it connects via like a USB. So that's what you hear when I'm talking, and it does pick up room noise. So if you hear room noise of my amp, you're hearing what that mic is picking up. And then if I mute it, you only hear the direct audio. That's literally the Helix going into the computer. I have a couple M audio monitors linking this computer. So you hear room noise, you're hearing the Helix coming through those M audio monitors, and they sound really good. I mean, I've got, as you can see, I've got some really nice Yamaha monitors back there. But I kind of use those more for if I'm creating like an actual video for YouTube channel, or if I'm doing recording and stuff. You know, I really want to use the minimum sound. I'll use those. Then workhorse station over here using the audio. That's what you're. Sounds. I've got a Helix rack unit over there as well, with a couple other cool things added to it. And that sounds really good too. It sounds good either way, but I'm really impressed with these M audios. I've had these speakers for like 15 years. They sound great. They still work perfectly, no problems. I use them a lot. That's what you're actually hearing live stream. I'm not using actual mixer as far as hardware goes. Just using the mixer inside of OBS, so I can control the levels of my microphone or the Helix. And like I was saying at the first of this, sometimes it's a slippery slope trying to get that all that set right. Really, I like to hear the room noise a lot myself, but for the purposes of a demonstration, I want you to hear the direct sound too. Translate, so I'll try to just get the direct audio from the Helix. Although, to be perfectly honest, I do like a nice mix of the room mic with the direct, because it sounds more realistic. You kind of, that room sound, that makes a difference in how your tone sounds to your ears, and it gives it a more authentic sound when you have a little bit of the room audio. And but this room is kind of echo. I haven't properly treated this room for sound yet, so right now I don't know, the room sound might be echo or this sort of, but that's why I've been muting. And Inflammatory Idiot TV, I'm not sure which part you're agreeing on, but I'm glad you're in agreement with me. But yeah, that's the Placater Clean nutshell. It's a pretty simple preset. If you like it, download it on from our custom tone page and do your own tweaking to that preset. Yes. So again, the links are at the top of the thread here, the comment thread, and appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget about our one-on-one Skype lessons. We call them Skype lessons, but we don't have to use Skype. We can use Zoom, whatever works for you. We can use, but we just call them Skype lessons. But it's basically a one-on-one version of what we do here, where you can just have a couple of topics specifically that you want to talk about or learn about, and link up with either myself or Nick Bell, extremely knowledgeable. And don't forget about those. You can sign up for the website as well. Yeah, I do have the 3.7 update currently, but I restore from a backup when I update it, just to kind of keep things as close to how I originally had it. But yes, we're running the 3.7 update right now. If you have not updated to 3.7, definitely should. Be cool. Every time you update, more and more cool. Let's see, where that T-shirt? That's the question of the century. Oh man, you could get them from our website, but they've kind of become scarce, maybe. So, at this point, maybe make me an offer on mine. I've got a few of them. times get hard, I may have to sell them. So yeah, we just got 3.7 is out. And I'm not 100% sure about that because sometimes we update things before you guys. So I'm out right. Body of light. But anyway, it's available. It's on. It's definitely there if you have 3.7. If you don't have 3.7, you get it anyway because it's awesome. But yeah, Helix just becomes more cool. Times a year, you can guarantee something out. And I actually did a overview. I guess was that or three? Might have been the week before Thanksgiving. Last time I did a live stream, I did a 3.7 first look, and I just kind of glossed over big things there. The gate's grabbing a lot of my voice. Sorry about that. But yeah, I covered a lot of the 3.7 stuff live stream. Go out there and get that. Sign up for a one-on-one if you want to, guys. And thank you for tuning in. If you dig my playing, even when it sucks on a day like this, go check out my music on Spotify and iTunes. Follow on it. Until next time, guys, stick a fork. Hold on. I'm not sure what you're asking about. Is it out there? If you're asking about 3.7 or this particular preset, but both are available. So yeah, to answer your question, it's all available. So go get it all. And yeah, thank you guys. Stick a fork in me. I am done. Next week, not sure who's up. It'll be Nick or Ross. I think Chris, our new guy from Kansas. Awesome too. Check him out. Same time, same place next week. Thank you guys so much. We had a good crowd in here today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I wish it was a better day as far as my guitar. Every day can't be perfect. So enjoy, guys. Catch y'all next time. Ciao.